Hi everyone. So now we are going to discuss about a proxy design pattern in Java. See, so this is a easy design pattern, like easily we can understand and we can answer also. So simply, first of all, so what is a proxy? Proxy means what is a something, it is intermediate thing. It is like a substitute, for example. It's a substitute to control the access to the real object. To the real object simply. For example, a proxy stands in front of something and control access to it. You know that proxy directly we can say that. So that is an intermediate thing. Suppose so, like there is one object. Okay. And so here it is a real object and you want to access this object, but in between there is a proxy. In between there is a proxy. First, it will control the access. It will control the access and it will give the permission. Suppose if you are allowed to access that object, then it will give that permission to you. Else it will stop giving the permission to access that object. Just one scenario we'll see. One scenario, for example, like employees trying to access, employees try to access some websites from the office computer. From the office computer, some of the employees trying to access. First of all, directly they cannot access to those websites. First, that access goes through a proxy server. Go through a proxy server. That is, first of all, everything will go through a proxy server. That proxy server allows or block access. See, for example, you are eligible to access through that website. Okay, it will allow. Suppose if it is not allowed to access through that website, then it will block it. This is simple. So a proxy only controls the request, not the employee. Who will request? Proxy. Proxy controls the request. Very important. Not the employee directly accessing that internet. Is a simple one. That is. For example, same only I'm going to explain. Employees and some websites we are writing. Employees and some websites we are writing is a one. We are just creating that interface. Internet access we are taking. Internet. Okay. And here it is we are connecting to, for example, we are connecting to which server host that we are taking as an input. Server host is throwing some exception. So why? Because if you are unable to, if you are not having the permission to access that one, simply we raise that exception. Okay. For example, so normal internet connection, suppose a real internet connection, you are the person, you are trying to access that real internet connection, is implementing internet. Simply we need to override connected to that server host. Simply giving a login message, connecting to that server host. So whatever that host you are connecting with, that is. That is, so implementing that one. Now we need to control that access through proxy. Access through proxy we are controlling. Suppose a class, how many? Like a proxy internet, a number of websites we are taking is implementing that internet, implementing. Here it is. First of all, we need to create a list. Suppose a banned sites we are taking. Static variable simply. List is a string type. Banned sites we are taking. Simple one. We are adding, it is implementing. So directly import java.util.star because we are using that list. Here, some of the sites we are adding through simply static block. To the banned sites, we are creating that array list object, array list, and then we keep on adding that banned sites. Like for example, facebook.com, consider this is banned, that employees cannot access from the office directly. Like banned youtube.com. Next, way again, small letter. And next one is like banned sites dot add, for example, tiktok.com, like this. Some of the sites banned so that employees cannot access those sites directly from the office computers. Consider, right? As a list we have taken. As a list we have taken. And we need to override this connected to method also. How we define like this? That connected to is a connected to. This throws exception. In this one, suppose if what is the server host you are connecting, if it is present in the banned sites, suppose contains that server host. Suppose if they enter capital letters also, simply we are converting into lowercase. Simply you need to provide exception. Just throw that exception object access denied to this server host, suppose. Okay. Or else if not, just it is returning that internet dot connect to that server host is a server host. Simply we are saying that. Simply we are connecting like this. So what is that internet? Real internet as we are connecting. So what is that? Here that real internet you need to specify. Here internet, just giving that name is a real internet equals to new real internet. How it executes? Suppose let me explain to understand more clearly. Always with the main, you will understand clearly. First of all, I am creating the object of that proxy internet. Reason is what? Because before someone access, we need to check whether the person is eligible or not. So first proxy internet is required. Control will go to that proxy internet and observe here. In this, we already created object to the real internet. Nothing but whether they allowed to work with or not. Okay. After that, it will be executed. A list of banned sites we are providing. Here we are calling. I want to access. There is a chance of getting exception. exception. See, internet dot, what is the method? Connected to, like I want to connect it to google.com. In case any exception, we just catch that exception and we are getting that message, because here it is, whenever problem occurs anyway, you are creating that object and we are throwing that exception message, access denied to. How can we get? Using that get message method is there na, that we are printing directly. But here what will happen, whenever you are passing that google.com, it will call this connected to. First, it will check whether it is present in banned sites or not. No. Then it will call this real internet dot connected to, and it will give the permission to that Google. Then it will go and execute this. Yes, connecting to that server is a google.com. Google. For example, if you try with any banned one, in the same way, like internet dot connected to is a facebook.com, is a facebook.com, suppose. Now when you try to execute, you will get the exception. Access is denied to this facebook.com. The proxy means what? Is a something, there is an intermediate thing, substitute. So that will look into that, whether you are eligible to access or not. First, it will check and it will give the permission if you are eligible. This is the simple way to understand that proxy design pattern. Hope you understood. Thank you.